Contingency and Situational Leadership, Chapter 5, Leadership, Leslie Wilfred. Contingency approach to leadership. This is that leaders are most effective when they make their behavior contingent on situational forces, including group member characteristics. Fiedler's contingency theory is the least preferred coworker skill, measures the degree to which a leader describes favorably or unfavorably his or her least preferred coworker, that is, an employee with whom he or she could work the least well with. Path goal theory. Developed by Robert House, this specifies what a leader must do to achieve high productivity and morale in a given situation. Directed style of leadership is similar to task-motivated, emphasizes planning, organizing, and controlling, and when task is unclear, it improves morale. Supportive style is similar to relationship-motivated, displays concern for group members, and enhances morale when others are stressed or unsure of themselves. Participative style consults with group and is best suited for improving the morale of well-motivated employees who perform non-repetitive tasks. Achievement-oriented style sets challenging goals, pushes for improvement, sets high expectations. Situational leadership is leadership styles needed based on the situation or needs at the time. Decision-making styles. Decide. The leader makes the decision alone. Consult. The leader presents the problem to the group and gathers suggestions and makes decision alone. Consult of group. Makes decision with the group. Facilitates. The leader wants concurrence and avoids having his or her ideas receive more weight based on the position and power. And delegates. The leader permits the group to make the decision within the prescribed limits. Crisis leadership. Leadership in a crisis situation is very different from leadership in a time of normal conditions. On the surface, the 5 practices may not seem to apply to a world turned upside down, but the organizational running models that provide the baseline for a smooth-running enterprise during normal times evaporate during a crisis, throwing the leadership into a time of uncertainty and chaos. But the chaos can be managed successfully if its impacts are understood. Tension and stress. In any crisis, leaders are thrown into a stressful and tense environment that puts them under great psychological, mental, and physical strain. Even the most minor decision made under these circumstances can result in catastrophic impacts. Speed. Everything may initially happen at fast speed, giving little time for thoughtful consideration. In a crisis, worlds collide, and time is of the first victim. Personnel. The right people may not be available to respond to the crisis, resulting in inexperienced leaders being called upon to step into the chaos. Without the right people, the organization will stumble in normal times. But during a crisis, the problems are greater than ever. Organization. Businesses and governments are not necessarily organized to handle a crisis. The flexibility to adapt the organization to the situation is critical to success. Stakeholders. The list of stakeholders will rapidly expand, bringing into play new channels of communication. Communication. The normal channels of communication may not be operative and may be overloaded, requiring new channels and protocols that must be quickly mastered. Media. The leader in crisis has the media spotlight suddenly amplified, all waiting to report and find fault. Simplicity. Simplicity is the key in a crisis. Simplicity ultimately wins. The more complex the leader makes a solution in a crisis, the less likely success will be the end result.